Hello, this is Adrienne Irving with Vegas Web News. Tonight, we're back at GasBar, ready to take off our high-heeled shoes and witness the hard rock edge of GasBar with the Quebec-based band Les Respectables. Let's see how it goes.
So we knew they were coming, so we didn't want to miss the show.
The band was sounded great. Crowd was pretty expecting something, and they delivered.
What we wanted to do here at the GasBar Lounge is have RockStar Thursdays, and every week be able to present art. The goal of the night is be able to introduce good artists, established artists that are well known to the public, like the Respectables, like Steve Hill, like the Trues that are coming here in a couple of weeks. And that's what we want to do, and we want to make everything perfect for the show so that the band can enjoy playing and the crowd can enjoy listening. There's not a club in town that's doing this right now. Nobody is doing a rock night. Nobody's doing rock shows with good artists. When you see the Respectables, you're going to see them at the Bell Center. That's the last time they played Montreal, you know. But we're presenting the Respectables in our venue. That's 225 people. So when you're here, it's like you're VIP.
I was just wondering, you guys have been together for almost 20 years now. Do you find that there's any secret to your success?
I would say that the best, I think the two most important things to still be together after all this time is to really believe in rock and roll, or the type of music that you're involved in. And the other thing is a sense of humor. Often directed toward your own selves, because that's taken us through some more difficult times sometimes.
When you guys sit down and you write a song, is there a process that you go through? How do you start writing?
Yeah, somehow like sensors that can kind of capture some ideas that come from God knows where. And I'll just, be in that mode near the time to make a new record. I'll just, and I'll dream at night, and I have like really ideas for songs that way, and I'll just record them with anything I have in hand. Cell phones now are practical for that. They got little cameras. You can even videotape yourself with a cheap guitar in the middle of the night. And that's pretty much the process. You get that first original vibe for a feeling and emotion and a melody. And then you take it to the next step. For me, when it happens to me, I take it the next day. I'll pick up the guitar and I'll try to figure out what that thing was, this original inspiration. I'll put more melodies, trying to complete it, and add a couple more chords to it. And then I'll bring it to the band, and then it truly becomes a respectable song. A lot of artists that have inspired me, I don't know who they are, because I have all these different compilations. But I really enjoy all the Studio One recordings. I got different compilations, DVDs from that era. Of course, Toots and the Maples.
Exile on Main Street. It's a really bluesy album, and one of the second to last song you played, you mentioned Robert Johnson, who has that same bluesy feel, and the legend of Robert Johnson, who sold his soul to the devil to play the guitar better than anyone else. Do you believe that rock and roll has to have that dependency on the darkness? And if so, how do you find your own?
Go, pass through all these different storms and temptations and deal and kind of dance with them. But, in the end, come out of it. That's really inspiring. All the old blues guys, and the Stones now. I mean, they're like almost 70. Any form of art, eventually, unless you're doing a cartoon for a kid or something, you're gonna kind of tap into the darker side of things.
You guys, as a Quebecois band, why do you guys choose to sing in English?
When I was a teenager, I basically had a few of my parents' vinyls, like Jean-Pierre Ferland, l'album Jaune, that's a classic, Harmonium, things like that. I listened to Plume La Traverse my first show. I was like 11 or something. But besides that, I really got into the history of rock and roll, the real rock and roll thing, the British bands and the American ones, and even some great Canadian bands like April Wine or Guess Who and a bunch more after that. But yeah, it's really it's not like now we're going to do a career plan. We're going to be singing in French for 8.5 years, and then we'll be switching to English. We just started out, as a garage band in English with terrible English lyrics, but they were in English, imitating our idols and our inspirations. And then we started that way. The Respectables, started in 1991 in English. We actually participated in the Chaume FM L'Esprit contest, and we won it in '92. And that was kind of the first thing that happened to the band. And we were playing in bars across Canada and in New York City in English with our original songs and cover songs. And then late '90s, someone said, "Well, I'm gonna give you guys a big record deal. If you guys willing to try a French album?" So we're looking at each other after 8 years of in bars, making no money. Well, let's give it a shot. So we did, and then we were kind of stuck with the success because we had a gold album, first French record. So okay, let's keep doing it. But eventually we had the time and we were able to get back to making an English record with Cody Johnson. And it was Sweet Mama. You guys should check it out on the internet. iTunes.
Thank you very much. It was a great show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This is Adrienne Irving with Vegas Web News. Thanks.